What's going on, YouTubers? East Finance, hosted by Mike. I'm gonna be doing another video after this one. It's gonna be of some stuff I got from Whatnot. I ordered from Franco Changio about 3 or so weeks ago. I see why my cousins stopped dealing with him. I think I'm gonna stop dealing with a lot of people on Whatnot only due to the fact that I virtually have almost everything I need. I will probably continue dealing with GI Jason and Toy Ross because I get my stuff adequately quick, along with like maybe two or three other people. I can't think of their names right now, but Franco Changio will probably be one guy I'll probably stop dealing with because Whatnot. The thing about Whatnot is, unlike eBay, you have to, you could order it. I mean, you could win something and you can take your time to pay for it, which I always pay on time. I mean, I pay as soon as I win a winning bid anyway. But on Whatnot, the money goes directly out your account. Like, soon as you win it, boom, your money's gone. And I don't like the fact that they're supposed to take no longer than 2 days to ship your shit out. Some people take weeks and then they always got fucking excuses. And I don't like that. I mean, hopefully my was it the something ring tank is in, hopefully I got it because I seen it at Joe Fest and I was tempted to buy it, but everybody had it for around 60 something and up, and I think the guy that had it for 60 something, it wasn't even complete. So I was like, damn, that's an extra 60 to 70 something dollars I can buy something else with because I wasn't too sure. You know what I mean? But hopefully it's there. The box is over here. It's right there, and I got some other GI Joe stuff. So that's gonna be another video. Yeah, my house is a mess. My wife's gonna fucking kill me just for showing this stuff. I don't give a shit. It's my house. It's paid for in full, and I got a decent amount of money in the bank, so I'm happy. And for those out there who don't like me and laughed and happy that I almost lost my GI Joe glider, I went back and thank God that was the only thing that fell out the truck, and the only thing that was only thing that flew out the truck and was damaged up until I got home. And this is the thing I was telling you guys about. As you can see, parts. I mean, I don't know where the hell the parts at, but it's broken back there. It's a fucking mess. But I paid a lot for this thing, and I will keep it all messed up until I get another one. Hopefully, I could just try to find a top, which I know I'm not. So I'm gonna have to spend another $600 to $700 just to get this over again. So for those out there who are happy about that, there you go. I don't edit. I don't hide. So I know a lot of you motherfuckers out there hate my ass. I mean, I know a lot of people out there wish I take my last breath and never wake up, or I die a horrible death. I'm just putting it out there because I know a lot of people out there on YouTube, that's how you feel. So it is what it is. My mother always taught me never trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and don't die. And don't run around trying to impress people and be something else, be somebody you're not. Because at the end of the day, and never ever sit there and try to rationalize to people why you do the actions you do, because all that does is help them dislike you even more. So with those quotes basically being said, here we go. So this is what $1,100 look like. Yes, I did spend about 12. I never up prices on shit. What I pay for is what I pay for. Whether you like me or not, nobody can never sit here and say I've been a contradictive asshole and I'm a fucking liar or this and that. I call a spade straight down the middle. I don't have to lie to nobody. And the worst thing you could do as a human being is lie to yourself. So with those, with that basically being said, here you go. So some people may ask, well, how the hell is that? Well, 800 for the video game stuff, 300 for this stuff. This guy, this time around, he was a little bit more firm on his prices. This brother here at the flea market, I'm not going to mention his name because we're going to be doing deals with each other. I bought some action figures from him a couple of weeks ago or something like that. Real cool cat. His prices are high. I mean, it is what it is. I respect it. Right now, video games are kind of slow. This time of the year, video games and toys kind of slow. Well, anything collectible kind of slows down because everybody's out and about. The summer just started, so people don't really like spending a lot of money. And there's a lot of kids that were floating around who are resellers themselves. So they want to pay like $10, $20 on it so they could capitalize top dollar. Everybody's like that. I'm like that. We're all like that. Only thing is I'm extremely fair. And if I can make $10 to $20 plus on something, I'm fine. I'm not like everybody else where I want to buy it for $1 and then sell it for 100. You know what I mean? A lot of people at the flea market are like that. Me, on the other hand, I'm not like that. I'm not greedy. I mean, if I can get shit real cheap, so be it. But I don't go out my way to try to rip a motherfucking person off. And there's a difference between somebody trying to get a deal and somebody trying to make a steal. You know what I'm saying? So with that basically being said, this dude here, this was all 8. I do understand and I know that these go for around 70 to 80. He even said it himself. But I know that because I looked him up. The GBA SP is around 60 to $80 depending on condition, maybe even up to 90. PSP is about, this is the PSP 1000, I think, or 100, what the fuck they call it. They're around $100. It does work and everything. So this is around 100. If it had the remote and headphones, probably about 125, 150, because it have all the original accessories. The Switch, they just came out with the Switch 2 about 2 weeks ago or something like that. This is roughly around 150 to 200. This is the big kahuna here. This is the PS3 60 gig backwards compatible PlayStation with box. Not just the system loose, but with the box. It does have a desert camo controller. But it also has everything. He said, I mean, everything works. Everything was tested. He had a TV there. He was not playing. All his stuff works. Okay, something just dropped. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Yes, I know. I have nice feet. For old man, no bunions, no corns, no corroded toenails, no toe jam, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, so we worked out. He wanted 70 each on these. He wanted 50 on this, which is no. 60 on these each. 60 on this. 70 on a PSP. He only had this at 150. This he wanted what was it? 300. So 150, that's already 450. 450 and 120 is, I can't count. 690 and 60 is 750, right? 750 and then another, what was he say again on that? 75, whatever. Either way you look at it, that stuff alone came up to over 8. And the PSP with the games, with everything here was another 40. You could have either got that by itself or this for, I already fucking forgot. He wanted 35 for the Resident Evil 2. He said just for me. He everybody else he wanted 60 for it, but he got that to me for 40, not 35, 40. And then these 2 games he was throwing in with the PS3, being that it's backwards compatible. These games, you figure what, maybe 10 to 15, 15 to 20. These 3 games came with this Game Boy Color. These 4 came with this, so he kind of threw all this stuff in. And then these was like an extra 15. Grand Theft Auto 5, Need for Speed Rivals, and Need for Speed Shift. So he didn't have any Switch games. You know what I mean? I think he said he got the Switch too, so he was selling the Switch. So yeah. So there you have that. I did look up comps. Comps are around, I'll say around 70 to 90. And you got the cases too. And that's not even including the game. Games are crap. I think the most expensive game here is probably Pro Skater 2, and Tomb Raider. Everything else here is just probably like $2 or $3, but it doesn't matter. And then here for the PSP, you got movies, Monster House, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Man of the House, Stealth. Oh, actually, I think that's a game. Actually, yeah, that's a game. The Island, the League of Extinguished Gentlemen, The Youngest Yard, Dukes of Hazzard. Then you got Click. Then you got Crappy Game, Buzz Master Quiz. Then you got Hot Shot Golf, which is pretty okay. Untold Legends, Brooktown High. It looks like a game. Major League Baseball 10, The Showdown, Puzzle Quest, Thrillville, Harry Potter, Burnout, Mortal Kombat Unchained, Rock Band, Star Wars Battlefield, some stupid game called Mercury, Pipe Mania, and Ultimate Board Game. And then you have a 512 megabyte card. All that came with the PSP. So all this together, he wanted 110. Cause he did change the price, cause he had this stuff. Cause I forgot whatever it was. Everything was like everything came up to I forgot what the fuck it was. But we settled on 8. You know what I mean? I know who I can give this stuff to, so I'm not worried about it. My guy Eunice, he'll probably take all that. You know what I mean? Just because it's in bulk. Everything works. So I kind of figured I'm pretty sure I can make 100, 150 off of him easy for all this shit. That's why I did it. This, about the same. He's like my to-go-to guy for anything now because he buys. He buys in bulk and he always has money and he doesn't play. But fam Eric said he was looking for a backwards compatible PS3. So that might go to him. Only because when he brought it up yesterday, I do remember him saying a while ago that he was actually looking for one. So when he said it yesterday, it clicked in my head and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So that might go to him. And the rest of the stuff I'll probably, I'll probably, maybe I'll go to, I ain't gonna go to GameStop. GameStop gonna hit me in my head because these are like 70, 80, I'm gonna lose money with them fucking pricks. So I'll take that back. But I'll give them to him. And then this stuff here was 300. All the GoBots were $10 each, which is fair because like I said, me and Isaiah went to Makula Hill or whatever the hell you call it, toy show on that Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, something like that. And they wanted I think most of these are like anywhere from $15 to $30, depending. And I'm talking about the small GoBots, not even the super GoBots. And I'm like, damn, GoBots are going up in price now. So he had all these priced at 10, and there's 7 here. So that's basically $70. Most of these were, as you can see, the price like 15. I think the cheapest one was like $8, which was this pilot. Boba Fett was 20. This guy was 15, 10 for Akbar, 10 for Hoth Han Solo, 15 for this droid. He was 10. Luke was 20. This guy was 10, and Greedo was 15. So you add all that up. And these ones here, these are all G.I. Joes. And he actually, for the price, he threw in 9 of the G.I. Joe Special Mission #1s. These are around $10 or so books. And then you have here he threw this in. He had 2 of them. The other one, the empty one, he wanted $10. I think 10 or 15. But he threw this in with some weapons. When he said, "Hey, I got weapons," I was hoping they were going to be Star Wars weapons, but unfortunately they weren't. But they're G.I. Joe parts and stuff. So he actually threw all that in. Stiller was the most expensive out of everything here. He wanted 30 on Stiller. And these guys were 20 each. Major Blood was 20. He was 20. And come on, he's a, he's like a $30, $40 figure. Wild Bill, for some reason, was 10. Leatherneck was, I think, 15. Torpedo was 15. Mutt was 15. No Junkyard. So yeah, and these prices are cheap. I mean, his prices were a lot more cheaper than Joe Fest. You know what I mean? And then of course you got parts here. So if you add these up, these would be 70, and Star Wars is probably somewhere around 150 or so. And the Joes were like probably another 1.25, 140. And so you add all that up, and it comes to way more than that. He only wanted $1 on the Joe books, which I thought was really cheap. He had tons of them, and I guess he just kept bringing them. And I think these were, I don't know if these were his last 9, but I took all the ones he had, and he worked all this in on a price. I was trying to like, oh, and of course you got the 2 tape decks. The two tape decks were 15 each. I think that's Ravage, and I don't remember which one that is. So, yeah. Oh, and of course, just to give you guys, yeah, I got a stain on my table. That I gotta clean the table, y'all. What do you want me to do? Well, that's why my wife is getting on my nerves. I mean, and I get on my nerves, but getting on my ass because I become a slob. Ain't no other way to put it. Ironically, these are missiles. I don't remember what this goes. I think the Dragonfly. Yeah, it's for the Dragonfly. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It says Tomy, so I know what it's for. I just can't think of the name of the toy. And this is, I think, a Cobra Fang missile. A tan stand. We got some legs. We got legs here. We got... I'm missing, we got this is rock and roll legs, I believe, in his back. We have Flash's front. We have Flash's arms and legs. And I got 2.5, because this is the Caitlyn Jenner waist. We got him. Got a bent up arm, but these are still parts. Basically, the only thing that would not make... I do have an extra Junkyard. I always keep animals now. So he would be complete. Actually, no, he's missing his helmet to complete him. You complete him, he's like a $35 or $50 figure with the dog. His gun is very distinguished, along with his nightstick and his mask. So all he needs is the helmet, because he didn't come with a backpack. We have 2 of these. I think it goes to Stiller and Breaker, I believe. These are some Hot Wheels wheels. These are busted. That is Snake Eyes. That's Snake Eyes version 1's satchel and his gun. So that's probably worth about $30 to $40 by itself. And then we have this head. I ain't gonna front. Him and him, they are ugly as shit. Like, these are some ugly ass G.I. Joes. He kind of looks like, if you put glasses on him, he looks like Clarence Boddicker, you know. Are you a top cop, hot shot? You know, you may not think I'm a nice guy. Clarence Boddicker. Hey, he works for OCP. He runs the cops. Anybody who know who that is? That's the guy from RoboCop and that 70s show. I always forget his name in real life. And then this is basically the same face, just black, black hair and eyebrows. Ugly as fuck. But anyway, ugly as ever. However, got some backpacks here. I think that's Gung Ho's backpack. Then we got, I believe this is Rakondo's backpack. And we got Torpedo's backpack and his fins. Nothing else. And again, just to give you guys a close-up of the GoBots. And then again of the Star Wars figuras. Figura. Figuras. Again, there was a guy named Pete about 4 or 5 years ago. He moved back to Krakow, Poland. And when I first started going to Red, White, and Blue, he used to go for everything. Funny guy, and he used to always call. He used to always say "kurba." Everything instead of saying some people say shit or fuck. He always says "kurba." Everything was "kurba," and of course, anybody who knows Polish and stuff knows "kurba" means it's like saying whore. Basically, I guess that's what you would, when you think of the word kurba, you would think of the toy man's girlfriend. So, yeah, there you go. Kurba. The toy man's kurba. Anyway, y'all, and he used to always say figure. He couldn't say figure. He'd say figura. He used to go crazy for American girl. American girl done. My daughter doesn't need every fucking thing that came out. His daughter needed. My daughter, this for daughter, kurba, daughter, kurba. And he would say, "Oh, you want the figura?" The figura. Oh my God! So whenever you hear me say figura or kurba, I got that from him. This is $5. This one guy had this for $5. So I brought it for the $5. I mean, it's still sealed. If he had any other things like Transformers or something, I would have grabbed it. But yeah, for $5, I figured why not. I don't know what the hell is in here, but let me see. What is in this kurba? Eh? Contains made in Canada. G.I. Joe Action Cell lunch box. Okay, butterscotch buttons. Ingredients, sugar, corn syrup. All right, so it looks like there's something to eat in here, no? This must be very good food for Kurba, no? This Kurba lunchbox, the whole lunchbox when she's out in Krakow trying to sell butt. And again, there's 9 copies of this, so there you go. And some of y'all saying, man, you ain't gonna make no money on that. You know what? I've been doing okay. So I'm pretty sure I'd make money. If not, at least I'd probably get money back on this stuff, man. I know I'm not gonna be able to make 500 to 700 on this, and I know I'm not gonna be able to make 1100 or better on this. So there's a good chance I might pull off making my money back on this. But you know what? Scared money don't make money. Okay? This stuff here, I'm definitely keeping these Kurba guy. I keep build the figures. This one here, definitely keep. I don't know which other one. I don't need I'm not going to keep him. I might keep Leatherneck, 1, because he's a Marine, and 2, I love this outfit. I might even keep Wild Bill because I have a couple of Dragonfly copter, no? So these 2 guys go upstairs with the extra part just to see what I do and don't need yet. And then we figure out what keep that. And these guys here, I'm not trying to recollect the toy line of the video game market. Let me stop because I'm starting to sound stupid. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching, and yeah, maybe somebody I know who's watching this video might be interested in this stuff. But keep in mind, I got 800 into it. Fam Eric did say he'll hook up. Obviously, if he wants it, I'm gonna have to charge him for it because I got a lot into this stuff. And I paid this price for everything mainly because that guy right there is worth some bread, especially having the box. The prices for the Switch used to be around $250, $300, but even at the flea market, people only paying $180. $200 to $180 is a stretch. And now since the Switch 2 is out, it's not going for as much as it used to because, again, when the new video game system comes out, the old ones drastically drop a lot in price if they're used, even new, unless it's like a special edition. But the PSP with all this crap, just, it is not the greatest games, but there's like 2 or 3 decent ones here. You know what I mean? So, some movies, I say the Resident Evil I mean, I'm gonna sell everything in bulk. I'm not selling nothing separate. Resident Evil is anywhere from $35 to over 100 for the Resident Evil 2 game. I don't know why comps are all over the fucking place for it. These are basically these 5 games are coming with the PS3 regardless, because there's no reason to sell them separate or whatever. The Switch, I'm gonna try to get like I'm gonna try to get 150 for the Switch. I'm going to shoot for about 150 for the PSP. So that's 300 right there, right? So you figure this is how I'm breaking it down. Doesn't mean I'm just gonna sell parts to anybody. No, I'm trying to sell it all. But my rationalization is 150 for the PSP, 150 for the Switch. So that's already 300. So I got 500 to go. These guys, I'm gonna try to get. Being that they do come with games and a thing, I'm gonna have to get 75 because I see people selling these all day for $80, $90. So 75 and 75 is another 150. So that's already 450. So 450, and that's coming with this, and then 50 for this. So that'll be 500. So with that 500, and that is extremely low. So 5 on that, and then this I figure 350. So yeah. So I'm probably looking at $100 profit off of all this. That's on the low end, because to be honest, I don't think I would probably do like 350 on that. But all this I got to get rid of, and that's the, I make 100, I'm fine. And again, I didn't even put a price on the Resident Evil 2. That's just this stuff. You know what I mean? So again, 150, that's 3 and 150 is 450. 450 and 50 is 500, and that's cheap. So that's a quick breakdown, right? And then that bad boy right there will be 350. So that'll be 850. So you feel, yeah, I'm right. So I would probably do around 900. That way somebody can make money on it. I mean, some people might say, "Yo, there's not really much to make on if you do 150. If you can't buy a Nintendo Switch in a box for if you can't make 200 on that, you shouldn't be in the video gaming world. If you can't make if you can't make at least $50 on this, you shouldn't be in the business. If you can't get 75 to 100 on that Resident Evil 2, same thing. And if you can't get 450, around 450 or more on a PS3 with 5 games, and I'm talking about PS3 backwards compatible 60 gig, I don't think you're in the right business. And then on these guys, if you can't at least make 2 and better on each of these, that's crazy. I mean, 150 or so better, because the money is there. So for anybody who's listening to this and they're thinking about it, the money is there. I mean, you're not gonna fucking make 60, 70%, but money's there. This stuff, I got 3 into it again. I haven't really thought about it because there's a good chance I'm gonna keep mass majority. The Star Wars stuff is going. I'm just gonna put the Star Wars figures in this case and sell it like that. The GoBot stuff, I'll probably just sell all 70 of them. I don't know. It's gonna be a big bulk, so I might just sell all of this to Eunice. So Eric, if you're looking at this, you're already, if you want to do that price, that's cool. But other than that, really, I want to try to bang all this out. My goal was to try to make a couple of bucks on all this. I don't need any of these G.I. Joes because I got them all, but it is what it is. Well, my wife should be coming home soon, and I really don't want to hear her mouth, so I got to start putting all this shit away. All right, peace.